Welcome back to Meeting History Timelines. Today, we're exploring the story of Charles Brandon, Henry VIII's closest confidant and friend. Moreover, he wasn't just a friend to King Henry VIII. He was a legendary warrior, a rule-breaking lover, and one of the most influential and longest surviving Tudor figures. His story begins with his father, William Brandon, who famously fought but lost his life at the Battle of Bosworth. This moment marked the start of Charles's remarkable path. What's the true story behind this fascinating man? We'll delve into his life, from epic battles to forbidden romances, and wrap up with a unique reveal. Through AI, we'll present what Charles Brandon and his family might have looked like. Are you ready to uncover the truth about this Tudor legend? Let us start with his father at the Battle of Bosworth. What happened to William Brandon at the Battle of Bosworth Field? On the morning of 22nd August 1485, William Brandon prepared for battle, his armor as heavy as the future he hoped to secure for his sons, one-year-old Charles and his older brother. Before joining battle, he thought of his sons and whispered to them, "Stay brave and loyal," a legacy he hoped to leave. William Brandon's role in the Battle of Bosworth was crucial for Henry Tudor. He was the standard-bearer for Henry Tudor, a position of honor but fraught with danger. Keeping the standard also ensured Henry Tudor's army did not falter against the more significant numbers of their enemy, the army of King Richard III. In the ensuing chaos, he faced and defeated John Cheney, a fearsome opponent and a baron loyal to Richard III. Their duel became legendary for William's bravery. However, it was his confrontation with Richard III himself that sealed his fate. Thinking of his sons, William fought bravely but was ultimately killed, his sacrifice inspiring the Tudor forces to victory and marking the beginning of the Tudor dynasty. In recognition of William's sacrifice that paved the way for his victory, Henry VII, who wasn't yet married and had no children, promised to raise Charles Brandon at court, wanting to raise him with his future sons, the future princes and kings of England. What was the impact of Charles Brandon's royal upbringing? Under Henry VII's watchful eye, Charles Brandon grew from a boy overshadowed by his father's legacy to a man of significant influence. His time at court was marked by his close relationships with the king's sons, Arthur and the future Henry VIII, forging a bond with Henry that would define their lives. Charles's skills in jousting and his strategic mind helped and trained young Prince Henry, who saw him as an older brother and protector. Charles became an indispensable advisor and friend to Henry, especially after Arthur died in 1502. Arthur's death positioned Henry for the throne. When Henry VIII became king, Charles's influence grew. He was named Master of the Horse, later becoming the Viscount Lisle through his first marriage. He soon had an opportunity to test his military might when he joined Henry VIII on Henry's first expedition to France in 1513. How did Charles Brandon prove his military skills? In the summer of 1513, Charles Brandon showcased his military genius in the fields of France. The sieges of Terouanne and Tournai were pivotal moments in the War of the League of Cambrai, where Charles's leadership shone brightly. Charles played a crucial role at Terouanne, alongside King Henry VIII and the seasoned Emperor Maximilian I, leading the English forces against a formidable French army. His part in their victory at the Battle of the Spurs near Terouanne on 16th August 1513 further demonstrated Charles's bravery and strategic insight. Following this triumph, Charles led the siege of Tournai, a city known for its strong fortifications. In this battle, he captured one of the gatehouses and took away two of its statues as trophies. The successful capture of Tournai not only added a jewel to Henry VIII's crown, but also significantly elevated Charles's stature as a military leader. These campaigns were more than mere military conquests. They were a testament to Charles's unwavering loyalty to Henry VIII and his commitment to England's glory. After these campaigns, Henry VIII's trust and reliance on Charles Brandon became so well known that one of the agents of Margaret of Savoy, governor of the Netherlands, reminded her that Lord Lisle was virtually a second king of England. What consequences did Charles Brandon and Mary Tudor face for their forbidden marriage? In the vibrant court of Henry VIII, around 1515, Charles Brandon and Mary Tudor's paths crossed in a way that would change history. Charles, a distinguished figure at court, and Mary, the king's sister and a widow of the French king, shared a love that was immediate and undeniable. Henry VIII initially sent Charles Brandon to France to bring Mary back to England after the death of Mary's husband, Louis XII, and made Charles promise not to propose to Mary. Choosing each other, they married secretly in France with the new French king, Francis I, as a witness. This daring act flew in the face of royal expectations and could have led to severe consequences. Upon their return to England, the couple faced the wrath of King Henry VIII. Their love had broken the rules, and now they braced for the fallout. Despite the tension, Charles's deep bond with Henry, forged over years of friendship and loyalty, played a crucial role in softening the king's response. Instead of severe punishment, Henry VIII merely fined Charles and Mary, a testament to the king's eventual understanding and the couple's unwavering commitment to each other. Their story, marked by the year of their secret wedding and the challenges they faced, remains a powerful testament to love's ability to prevail. What kept Charles Brandon close to Henry VIII through triumphs and trials? After his marriage, Charles Brandon retained his dukedom of Suffolk and remained one of the only 3 dukes in England. In 1520, Charles played a significant role at the Field of Cloth of Gold, a grand meeting between Henry VIII and Francis I of France to strengthen the bond between the two countries. As a close confidant of Henry, Charles's presence underscored his importance at court and his knack for diplomacy amidst the opulence and grandeur designed to impress. Yet Charles's life was not without its trials. The loss of Mary in 1533 was a profound blow, marking a period of personal grief amidst his public duties. However, Charles's resilience saw him through as he continued to serve the king, navigating the shifting sands of Tudor politics with the same courage and loyalty his father had shown at Bosworth. He participated in almost all of the significant events during Henry VIII's reign, starting with the removal of Cardinal Wolsey and Catherine of Aragon. He also sat on the trial of Thomas More and Anne Boleyn, and was one of the men who arrested and extracted a confession from Catherine Howard. Chapter 6. Twilight on a Warrior. After serving Henry VIII for over 3 decades, his military involvement continued, playing a critical role in the campaigns in France, including the 1544 siege of Boulogne, underlining his unwavering commitment to Henry's causes. Charles remained steadfastly loyal to Henry VIII in his final years. They had a friendship that had weathered decades of change and challenge. When Charles passed away in 1545, his burial, overseen by a grateful king, was a tribute to a life spent serving his country, king, and family. Charles Brandon's final resting place is the St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. Not only is he buried with Henry VIII, but the chapel is also the resting place of 10 other monarchs of England, including Queen Elizabeth II. Interestingly, his daughter, Lady Frances Brandon, was the mother to Lady Jane Grey, who almost replaced Henry's daughter Mary as Queen. Jane was known as the 9 Days Queen. Her story was another fascinating chapter in Tudor history, which we hope to share in future videos. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts on who we should next meet in history.